Going live today. Okay, back on the live. If you are welcome to Full Wellness, I am Marian, and I have been living in Tanzania for almost 4 years now. And I'm originally from Los Angeles, California, and I moved here during the pandemic. I've been here since the pandemic, and I think it was just like a long time journey of mine to be able to live abroad, and I just decided to go for it. So here I am, and I've been here since then. But during that time, so many of the diaspora have left, and there has been, I feel like, a big exodus. And I haven't personally created content in such a long time, so people have been asking me in comments, and as I've been going on these lives, why have I stayed in Tanzania? Why has it worked out? Why didn't I leave? And for me, the simple reason is this place is wonderful. So it's wonderful and it's worked out for me. And I have no big issues with the country. I haven't had like any issues that made me, want to just give it all up. So that's one of the main reasons why I've left. It just works for me, and it's just been a good fit. And my lifestyle, the lifestyle that I desire, is here. Um, I think for a lot of people, there's a lot of misinformation about moving abroad, and it's not as easy. I still have a lot of challenges, but I take everything with a grain of salt, and I keep moving forward. And yeah, and I also think that I'm really passionate about Africa, living abroad, and then bringing people here, giving them an opportunity to see this beautiful country myself. So let's see. Welcome, you guys. Thank you for tuning into the live. Let's see. Can I speak louder? We can barely hear you. Oh, sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know. Because I'm going from my phone. Um, how about now? Is that better? Can you hear me better now? Because I put on my earpods, and before I would have my mic on. So let me know in the comments if you can hear me better. But good evening. Hi, Peter. I'll be in Tuesday in January. I would love to see you. Send me an email. Send me an email and let me know what is going on, what you're doing here in Tanzania. So please let me know if you can hear me, if the audio is good, because if not, I'll switch to my laptop. But I just kind of wanted to, it's the morning time, and I wanted to be outside in the sun. So let me know. You can't hear me. Oh, okay. Let me take off. Let me take off these earpods then. Hold on. How about now? Is that better? Is this better? I hope you guys can hear me better now. Just let me know in the comments because I can't tell if you can hear me or not. 'Cause if not, I will switch over. Those who are still watching, let me know if you can hear me. Okay. I'm assuming you can still hear me. If you can't hear me, just leave in the comments again. Because Fear said, I can't hear you. And we can hear you better now. Okay. That's good. But the audio is not the best. Because I was trying to be mobile.
But yeah, I'll make sure I speak louder and enunciate. So I'm wondering if anyone heard anything I said in the beginning. But Petro, thank you for your message. You can email me if you're coming to TZ in January. You know, if the if I'm available, if things align. Yeah, just let me know. Where are you from? Your last name looks Tanzanian, I'm guessing. So yeah, good morning for catching the live. I'm just gonna do my intro again because you guys couldn't hear me. Full Soul Wellness. I'm Marian. I've been living here in Tanzania for the last 4 years, and I have stayed. And a lot of people have thought I have left. And I just wanted to talk about why I've been able to stay and like what my future plans are, and also why I think so many people have left. Hey, thank you for joining the live. Make sure you guys like the live. Give me a like for the live today. It is 7:45 a.m. here in Tanzania, and it's sunny, bright morning. It's so beautiful here in the morning. Um, Here. Sorry, guys. Hello. Yes. Hi. So, yeah, the last 4 years, I moved here during the pandemic, like I was saying, and I moved here during the pandemic, and it's just been a beautiful experience. And I think that's one of the main reasons this country is gorgeous. There's so much to offer, and there's so much like peace and healing, and it just really works with the lifestyle that I desire, a more like chill, relaxing, not stressful lifestyle, even though you have moments of stress, just like anywhere else in the world. But I think a lot of things here are a bit easier, and especially now that I've been here long enough. So, yeah, you're a Tanzanian living in North Dakota. Is that what? Yeah, North Dakota. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Well, that's going to be a nice journey back home. Um, Hold on, guys. Yeah, so feel free to, if you have any questions about my journey here, let me know. But I am back on YouTube, and I am just making myself more visible. And yeah, I just wanted to just share because it's been such a big, I feel like it's been such a big topic of why so many African Americans have left. And I think it's been a lack of preparation and then really adjusting to the culture. It's culture shocks, a lot of culture shocks, things that we're used to, the way that we live as Americans or people in the UK, the Westerners are it's a completely different lifestyle here, and I think a lot of people aren't adjusted. They're not adjusted to it, and it can become challenging and disappointing at times. So I think that's why a lot of people have left. And then also, it's like it's not as inexpensive as people make it out to be. It could be more expensive based off of your own lifestyle and based off of how you're used to spending and the things that you desire. So I think a lot of people have come here thinking that they could, you know, they can live off of $500 a month, and maybe someone who is from here and they're used to spending like that can. But if you're from the States and you're not really living off of $500 in the States, you can't really expect the same thing living abroad, no matter how cheap it is. So I think that people have to adjust their expectations, and I think I was really able to adapt more easily. And I think also I landed in a nice location. I'm more in the city. I'm definitely a city girl. So I'm not pretty like far out from a lot of things. Hopefully you guys can still hear me in the live, so let me know. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Yeah. So I think that's one of the main reasons for me is like it really fits with the lifestyle that I desire. And thank you. Okay, Peter, we can hear you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know that my earpods weren't working well. But like I was saying, it aligns with my lifestyle, and I'm very adaptable to different conditions and cultures. I feel like I'm very interested and open. I have become that. In the beginning I was not. I was very still not understanding why things weren't done the same. Like when I first got here, nothing was moving fast. And I'm just like, what is the problem? Especially if like you're paying for things, paying for services, and things just wouldn't get done in a timely manner. And that could be, it was annoying, but everyone was like, poly, 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 poly. And I was like, what is this poly, poly? Like, what does this mean? Poly, poly means like slowly, slowly. But Tanzania, the culture is poly, it's poly lifestyle. So eventually I would say maybe after like 2 years I started to adapt myself to just, okay, let me just relax, it's gonna get done, no stress, akuna matata, it's gonna happen, let me just chill. So that was one of that was another reason why I feel like I've been able to adapt here is I've adapted to the poly lifestyle. you gotta you gotta be chill, you gotta like, take things as they come. Definitely have your structures and the things you desire, but you have to also blend in with how things are done here. So that's one of the main reasons. I think another reason is financial, people moving out here just solely based off of their savings or whatever type of pension they have may not be enough. And there's nothing wrong with coming and then going. If even if you decide to like, you know what, I need to stack up more money, go do that. Go back home, stack up more money, realign, readjust. I have a cousin. Um she's been living in Africa, different parts of Africa for the last 15 years, and she's back in the States. She's just like working. And I told her she's trying to rush to come back. She was living in Nigeria, and Ghana was the last place. I think she lived in Cameroon, if I'm correct. But she was living in Nigeria for the most part. And she was telling me how she's back working. She hates being back in America, and she just wants to come back and buy a home. And I was just encouraging her, but I was like, you know what, take your time, but build as much money as you can, and then come back, so you don't have to keep going back and forth. And like, even if it takes you a whole year, have a number in mind, and then also an idea while you're on the continent to make money, because that is like 100% necessary. Okay, let me look at some of the comments. Hold on, you guys. While I'm adjusting myself. Make sure you like the live for me, please. Let me just pull my laptop and look at some of the comments. Okay, hang on. I love one of the things I also love, and this is such a small detail about being on the continent, is that the sun rises and sets every day at the same time. There's like a balance that happens in your body because of that. In the States, with daylight savings, all that stuff, it just really throws you off. Like it feels very unnatural. I don't know if you guys can relate, but like coming out of work at 4 or 5 p.m. and it's pitch dark is not natural at all. It's like here the sun sets at 6:30 p.m. It rises like around 6:30. It's like a full 12 hours of sun. And yeah. Anyways, let me look at some of these comments. Anyways, let me look at some of these contents. Okay. So, good morning, event on scene, watching from Cape Town, South Africa. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Karibu. Um, all I eat is nothing but meat and beans. Okay. Are you Masai? Are you Tanzanian? Are you from the States? Where are you from? Eating only meat and beans. I've been eating a lot of fruit. A lot of fruit. The fruit here is so abundant. I'm actually doing a detox and I'm gonna be doing one in January and I think a couple of months throughout 2025. But the fruit here is, I don't even know, 1,000 times better. Like I remember I would buy pineapples from Whole Foods. At that, Whole Foods is a national, like higher level, like higher chain grocery store that has mostly organic products in the States. And I would buy like pineapples, even grapes, watermelon, and nothing was like super sweet, especially the pineapples. They were so acidic. So I would almost like avoid pineapples because they would just be so acidic. And the pineapples here are so sweet. Like they are so sweet on a whole nother level. They don't feel acidic, like that sour acidic taste that you get with pineapple sometimes. They're so sweet. Watermelon, so delicious. Um, Oranges. My favorite thing is like tangerines, but it only comes in season like around August, September. You see a lot of tangerines and a lot of fruit. You learn to like eat on the seasons. Mangoes. I just bought some mangoes last night. Oh God. And I never didn't really like mangoes, but the mangoes here are just divine. They're so good. All right, let me see. If you go back to the West, we will miss you in Tanzania, I'm sure. I'm here for now. Um, Peter, I'm here. Africa is sweet if you adjust. Yes, if you adjust, for sure. And then you watch T3 and Me. He is also doing well in Tanzania. Yes, they are. They definitely are. So yeah, that's what I love. The food is so fresh and healthy and organic. And even if you're not eating like fruits and vegetables, the meats, um, just all the local food. The local food just tastes so divine. And that took me like literally 2 years to even like it. And this was after I had went back to the States for like 3 months and was eating everything. I was like craving and missing everything, fast food, all the things. And then I was just like, I could taste the difference. I could taste the difference in the food. And I was actually missing Tanzanian food. So when I got back, I was so elated. I was so elated to have it. But yeah, I think like mostly it's like lifestyle. The lifestyle is good here. If you adjust and allow yourself to just be a part of it, and you will be disappointed. I have moments where I'm like, these people, you know. Um, Poly poly isn't it. It is Tanzanian. I feel like people need to change that culture because excuses, because it execute things faster paces, process can come quick, government can collect more tax, in my opinion. Yeah, but I have my opinions about that, but who am I? I can't change that. That's that's that is the culture here. So I also agree. I think things will be more efficient if things were done more quickly, but I've let go of trying to change the culture. I'm not even I don't even know the language. But yeah, I think there's lots of room for improvement here, and I've seen it. I've seen things change for the better in just these last 4 years. You know, but things are slowly coming around. I think with the new president, I also think just the age that we're in now, like the season, like social media, things, people are becoming more aware of how everything else is done, and people are adjusting to that. And they could see it, it may affect their business, but a lot of things about poly culture is just not going to change. Like that is, it's the way it is. You are glowing in the sunshine. Thank you. That's why I wanted to sit out here because the the Tanzanian sun is so lovely, and it is the morning. So this is actually my first time going live this early for people in the states because normally I will go 10 p.m. my time, which is the morning time. But I wanted to see if I can get more audience during this time, people in the states, because I know a lot of people are really interested in just seeing someone else's life abroad, but maybe they want to come visit, maybe they want to move, or maybe they want to come for a retreat. I'm hosting a retreat next May. I'll be announcing that, I believe, later on today or later on this week. So I'll be hosting a retreat, and one of the reasons why I'm decided to host a retreat here. Well, one, it was one of the reasons why I even came here was about healing, and it was about really, really being that bridge of connecting us to here. I'm talking about African Americans in particular. Um, is because there's a rest that we feel. There's a rest and an easiness that you feel when you come here that you don't experience in the U.S. And for us as African Americans, we carry so much on us, and I think if for those of the people who do have no desire to want to move to Africa, but they definitely want to come visit, and maybe they don't want to come by themselves, maybe they don't know what to do. I have definitely curated a whole beautiful experience that I think that people are really going to benefit from. So that is coming up this May, and I'll be announcing it later on this month. So I'm really excited about that because I've been working on it for a while. If you're new to the live, please like the video, and thank you for joining, you guys. Thank you for joining the live today. So yeah, I'm talking about why I've been able to stay in Tanzania, or why I have stayed, I should say, why I have stayed in Tanzania and I haven't left, because there's been a big exodus of us. Yeah. So for me, again, is the lifestyle that I've been able to have here, and the easiness, the food, the ability to travel and discover new things. That's something that's really important for me, is to be able to experience newness and learn. Every day you're constantly learning, whether it's like that side of my brain that's like trying to translate, what they mean in Swahili into English, or trying for me to speak in Swahili. Like those things I would not be doing in the States. And I felt like in the States, it's easy to go on autopilot. I also feel like there's so much more to life. There's so much more to life than what There's so much more to life than just making a living, going to work and coming home. There's so much more to life, and there's so many more opportunities, people you can meet, experiences that you can have when you allow yourself to step outside of the box. And I think those people who have left, kudos to them, because they were able to come here and do that and like experience that. But I just personally don't like all the negativity about Tanzania. So how is the baby doing? What baby? I don't have a baby. Um, yes, I'm guessing those people that left will come back after learning from their first experience. Yeah, hopefully. If they desire to even come back to this country, or they may take the experience and adapt, apply it in a different country. So yeah, there's definitely that. It's never a loss. It's never a loss as long as you're learning something and you're able to become better and adjust yourself and improve as a person. So yeah, I don't look at anybody who has come and left as a failure. I look at them as a winner. You have won. If you're watching this and you've left and you feel disappointed, don't feel disappointed. You did it. I mean, how many people can say that they have lived abroad, or lived not only lived abroad, because I think a lot of people live abroad, but like live in Africa, live in Tanzania, or live in Kenya or South Africa. Live in a place that they didn't want us to come back to. They didn't want us to really know that this is where we're from. These are our roots. This is we're so far removed from what we initially were meant to be living. But yeah. So yeah, guys. Um, but yeah, it's been beautiful. I can't believe it's almost been 4 years. I really, really can't believe it is approaching 4 years. It's gone by extremely fast. It feels like I've grown up a lot. Um, I thought you said you were pregnant way back. Yes, I don't know if you watched the video, but I did lose my baby. Um, yeah, I had a miscarriage. So no, she didn't make it on this side yet. But yeah, a baby. If I had a baby, you would be seeing that baby. you would be, she would be right here. Um, yeah, she would. Anyways, but yeah, thank you for asking. But there's no baby. Asante sana. It's okay. It's life. It happens. Um, okay. I think the great problem with some African Americans is not knowing exactly what they need. Some even complain about not having American snacks in Africa. Really? There are snacks out here. There's a lot of good snacks. Snacks have got me in trouble. I put on some weight. That's why I'm eating fruit. um, snacks are good, and they're better, I feel like, because yo, in America, they put so much crap in our food, in any type of processed food. Here, most of the snacks are either made in South Africa, Dubai, or the UK. They bring it over. And those countries don't allow all the BS extra whatever random stuff that they put in the food. But there are snacks here, and there's a lot of natural snacks. Like you could be driving down the road, and the guys will be selling potato chips and like crisps, like what are they called? What's the other one that they sell at Cocoa Beach? Cassava chips, literally in those bags, and some of them are just like plain, and some of them are like chili. They're 1,000 T shillings, which is like 50 cent. Oh, they're so good. Sometimes I'll get them on the side of the street. You could definitely get on the side of the street, like literally, like I'm talking about. you're in your bajaji, you're in your car, guys come up, they sell all these random things like pillows and speakers and knives. It's just like the most random things that they sell on the road. But also they sell cashews. Cashews are so the Tanzanian cashews are fire. Um, but no, there's a lot of snacks here, so I don't know why anybody would be complaining about the snacks, but maybe not having exactly the exact snacks that they're used to. I can see that. I know that when I was in college, I studied abroad in London when I was studying fashion, and I was with like four other Americans. We would travel around Europe, and every single place we went to, there was like two of them that had to eat at McDonald's. Every single time, I'm like, we're in Paris. Why do you want to eat at McDonald's? Oh, we're in Italy. Why do you want to eat at McDonald's? A lot of people, they leave, but they can't, they come to these places, but they can't leave behind what they're comfortable with, you know? So maybe that's why they're complaining about not having American snacks, but there are good snacks here. You won't have that issues if you're a snacky type of person. Mm. Asante, thank you. Sorry to hear. Oh, I'm so sorry, event on scene. Oh. Oh, my heart goes out to you. That's devastating. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hopefully, God, did have you? Hopefully, God blesses you with another one. I don't know if you've been trying, but yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Um, I don't know how to make these. I'm on my phone, so I don't know how to make these. Let me just. I don't know how to make the comments go up. Anyways, I'm still trying to figure out using it for my phone. But yeah, um, like there's so much more to offer here than what we're used to, but it does take time adjusting, you know. And I think that when you come here, there's a level of like detoxing and rest that you have to do that automatically your body will just do. You need to adjust. You need to adjust to just the time difference, the time zone, the energy. It's like so much. But yeah, I think those are some of the main reasons for me. And I have CMOS that I've been selling for the last couple of years, and just other things and projects that I've been working on that aligned with me staying in Tanzania. So I don't really have any plans. If anything, I want to explore other countries. I want to see other countries definitely next year, or possibly maybe try living in a different country. But I'll always be coming back to Tanzania for sure. So, yeah. But you guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you like this video and let me know if you have any questions. I'm gonna take a couple questions I can answer about my journey or why I've stayed. Um, Let me know in the comments. Trying to see if I missed anything so far. But yeah, I do appreciate that. And then also, is this time good to go on live? I'll probably be going back and forth between the evening here and the morning. I think that this might be a good time also, because I get adjusted to be back on online. But yeah, I think that like one of my favorite things to do is I live literally. I should go out and show you guys. I live off of the ocean. Like you could see the ocean from where I'm at. I'll show you. You can see that. It's the ocean. There's the Indian Ocean right there. This is off of my balcony. You guys see? But yeah, that in itself is just like, it's such a blessing. It's such a blessing. It's so beautiful. It really is. And then the beach is not too far. Where I live off of the bay, but the beach is not too far, and I love just to go out there and see people working out, just having a good time. Sometimes people are surfing, seeing kids play, swimming in the water. I love that. I love seeing Black people just living their lives in joy and freedom. So yeah, that's just been like really warm and good for my soul, good for my heart, experiencing that. But yeah, you guys, this is not going to be a long live because it is the morning, so I do have things to do today. But I just want to come in on this live and kind of give you guys a few reasons why I've been able to stay here in Tanzania and why I have not left. And also just to let people know I'm still here because I get a lot of comments that people didn't know. They thought I left, but no, I didn't. So I've been here. So yeah. But I just want to thank you guys for tuning into this live. I think I'm gonna check out. If there's no other comments or questions for me, then let me know. But if not, thank you so much for tuning into this live. Let me see. Event on Scene is asking, evening and morning live is great. I have a question. What is the difference between Moragora, Rusha, Dar? Why choose Dar than the rest? Okay. Dar es Salaam is the big city. Imagine New York or LA. So most of the business transactions are done here. All the big business is done here. So even if you were in Moragora, Arusha, Zanzibar, those type of things, like if there's different things that you need, let's say your laptop breaks down, they're gonna have to order it from Dar. They're gonna have to get it from Dar. Most of the stuff is coming in here. So for me, I'm a city girl. I wanted the city life. Um, maybe one day I'll look into living in a different part of Tanzania, but that's why I chose Dar es Salaam because of the city aspect of it, and then also the ocean. I'm from LA. I've always lived by the ocean. Even living in New York, lived by the ocean was there, so I like living by the water. That's important to me. But Morogoro is more of a smaller town. It's about 3 hours from Tanzania. But now there's a new train, a fast speeding train, and that takes an hour and a half. So Morogoro has a lot of farming. It's very rich in it's very green. So that is more of a smaller town feel. Arusha is a bigger city, not as big as Dar, but Arusha, I mean, the climate up there is cooler because you have Kilimanjaro. So it's much cooler up there. And then you have a lot of national parks there. So Arusha is more known for tourism. So you'll get a lot of people there who are coming to do safaris, they're coming to do Kilimanjaro. Um, you're gonna get a lot of that in Arusha. So I think those are the major differences. And again, Arusha is very green. It's not as metropolitan. Dar es Salaam is very metropolitan. So it's more like, I don't want to say village, but it's just more smaller town, if that makes sense. So it just depends. Like if you do want to come to Dar, but you don't want to live in the city, you don't want that city life, you want like a slower pace. There's a lot of African Americans that have moved to Morogoro. Also the affordability and those places are gonna be, it's gonna be much cheaper than living in Dar. Everything's gonna be cheaper, from the food to the housing, transportation. Also, Morogoro is much smaller. You don't, it's not hard to get around Morogoro versus Dar es Salaam is huge. It's like LA in that sense, where LA is just so big. Um, and then Arusha, also a lot of people like to live up there because of the climate, because it does have a slower pace, but it is still, you get the mixture of city life. And then if you if you want to be a part in nature, that's one of the main reasons I think that people live in Arusha or even Morogoro is nature. You don't get the nature feel here outside of the ocean. um, you don't really get nature. You get city. You get busy. You get like bustling in Dar. Um, but Arusha has the nature. It has, you know, more culture. I would say more like, well, this is just my opinion. I don't really know. Maybe because there's like the Messiah up there. We have other bigger tribes. So yeah. Are you considering event on scene? Are you considering coming, like living in Tanzania or visiting? But yeah. So if there's any more questions, let me know. But thank you guys for tuning into the live. Um, are you living here? Are you living in Arusha? So Arusha's weather is my favorite. Dark can be hot, especially this December, January. You been here to Tanzania? Okay, young black boys in America and Europe have to take a new way of thinking, learn to let go of the past, and use the American passport to their advantage and build a better life in Africa. Okay, why only young black boys? Yes, I'm considering visiting. I live in Cape Town, but I'm Tanzania. But I'm always in and out of the country. Okay. What part of? Oh, Cape Town. Nice. I feel like there's a lot of Tanzanians I'm discovering that are living in Cape Town. I at least had a few on my live, and just this week I've heard of some other people that are living there. Um, yeah, I think that as far as when people say letting go of of the West, the Western mentality, I think that that's I think that's unrealistic to ask of people, because like that is who you are. Like if you're a Tanzanian watching that, because I know a lot of Africans write that in the comments, like what I've seen growing up, I've seen a lot of Nigerians come to LA, right? So I don't think they are leaving behind, their Eastern or their Nigerian culture and mindset, but I think they're able to adapt, but they still very much so are who they are. I think it's a matter of adapting and combining those two things together, because now you're in a position of adding on. Like you're not in a deficit when you are living abroad. You're in a position of like increase. Everything has become like an increase. You're learning a new language, you're learning different cultures, you're seeing new things. So slowly you'll start to adapt and figure out, like, you take what's good for you and take what's not good for you. You take like what works and you can see the difference. Like, this does not work in America, but this is like so great here. Or like, this does not work in Tanzania. If they adapted, some of the things that we do in America, it would be such a big improvement. And we see that. I mean, even someone said in the comment about like the poly culture, there's I think there's a beauty of blending, and adapting and offering who you are when you come to these other cultures. I think that that's important because you're never going to change who you are. You're never going to change like your true culture. So, yeah. That's just my opinion. But yeah. Okay, guys, it is getting hot out here. As you see, it's 8:30, so it's definitely dark. It's right now dark, gets hot a lot. Um, A Ford, hey, welcome, sis. Karibu, thank you for checking into the live. I agree. It's always about balance. Yeah, and I just want to say just a little bit of that because I think I was ingesting before I came here. I was ingesting a lot of content about people saying leave that Western mentality behind, and it took me like maybe 2 or 3 years to be like, you know what? No, I am who I am, who I am, you know, and just changing that perspective of like I'm only increasing, I'm only adding on, I'm only going to take what I need. And just like with other people that I come across with Tanzanians, and they get to know me in the way that I think they can take, they can take what I'm giving and they can leave what they don't want from me. So there's always just a balance, like you said, A Ford. So thank you for that comment. Um, Very true. You can't let go of your culture. I'm going to keep you. I'm going. Wait. I'm. Ugh, let me learn how to read. Very true. You can't let go of your culture. I'm with you in keeping your cultures. Africans ain't perfect either. True that. Nobody is perfect. It's like we're all humans just experiencing this life, on the same planet at the same time. You can pick some elements that work, and we'll pick fast pace any day than slow pace. Yeah. I agree. That's a nice comment. I agree. But we're all, at the end of the day, one of the things, because I'm a traveler, one of the things that I know, and I will stick by this for the rest of my life, is no matter where you go in the world, everyone at the core is the same. Everybody wants those basic things. Everyone needs love, they need food, they need nourishment, they need community, they need money. Those are like basic things. So when you're able to strip away those layers of cultural differences and just get to the core of people, it becomes much easier to see people and love people, you know? That's how I view it for myself. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I definitely have my challenges, have things about me that I'm still learning to let go of and learning to heal. But that's the thing about travel that is inspiring because you realize that we're all the human race. We're all the human race. Like there's a lot of good in us. So I think that's going to be it for this live, you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed it and got something from it. And thank you for you guys' comments. They were very um, useful, and I appreciate that. How long did it take to make my beautiful hair? I'm gonna do a video about that when I get my hair redone. I'm definitely gonna do a video on my hair because it's a whole process. So be looking looking for that coming like the end of this month or something once I take these hair out. But yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you. Peace and love. Make sure you like the video, share the video, and I will talk to you soon. See you.